Hey guys, hope you're well. So we've been having a little 3-day planning weekend. It's something that I like to do every quarter, and then I've roped some other people in to come on board. So we've got Tracy Chandler, who's an integrative GP, Dr. Wellness, and Lisa Carney, who is a pelvic floor physio. And if you don't know who I am an osteopath and a psychosomatic therapist. And we're based in Wanaka. Tracy is based all over the place. She works in Timaru, Gore, Queenstown, online. Actually, we work online as well. Yeah, so just a little bit of an overview. And then Emma Ferris, who's also our little quarter cuddle buddy, but she is hanging out in Glen Orchy. So we've just been Zoom catching up with her. But it's just a great opportunity to clear out, organise mess. It's something that I really love to do. And sometimes it can feel hard where to start, but you just sit down, you just do it. And we're pretty much sitting here in each other's presence and not really talking to one another. We're having 4-hour blocks, have a little debrief about what we want to achieve, put our heads down, feel bad when we're procrastinating, so we get back to it.
Eat lots of caramel and ginger slice.
Oh yeah, lots of procrastinating, baking and cooking going on. Anyway,
not much, really.
but we are achieving lots, and highly recommend that if you can dedicate a few days every 3 months, then that's great. We're all kid-free, partner-free. It's just us in this house, and we've had amazing breakthroughs. Lisa's been sleeping
all through the night for the first time in 5 years. It's been fabulous.
And that's the question that someone's asked, and yeah, we've got lots of tips. So we put a little Q&A box up on my Instagram very late last night, but we've got enough to talk about. We'll just try and be around 10 minutes. And yeah, we just want to share some information with you. So the first question was morning routines. And Tracy's probably a bit of a master around some morning routines. Do you want to share with us?
I've had to become a master because the way I was doing things was to get up at 7 o'clock and then have the mad morning panic with the kids, and that just wasn't working because by the end of the day I'd be like, blah. So I read this book called The Miracle Morning, and it talks about savers. So S is for silence, that's meditation. A is for affirmations. B is for visualization, E is for exercise, testing my memory here, R is for reading, and S is for scribing, which is journaling. And you can do that in 6 minutes. You can do a minute of each. You don't have to do the 2 or 3 hours that I do every morning, but even a minute can be really rejuvenating. But the key to being able to do that, so I get up at 5, is to go to bed early, which can be really hard. I hear from a lot of patients that, and I don't know if you find the same, that they get the kids to bed and then they think, right, I'm going to have my time. And then they end up staying past 10, 11, 12, even 3 in the morning. And because cortisol, stress hormone, starts to rise at 3 a.m. and melatonin starts to come down at 3 a.m. It's really important you get as many hours sleep before 3 a.m. because that's the most quality time and allows you to get up earlier in the morning. But I don't expect you to do that straight away. You might need to eke it back half an hour a night for a week, from 3 a.m. to gradually work back to 9 p.m. But that's really been a life-changing thing for me, to have my time before the kids get up so that I can survive the day, or flow through the day.
Nice.
Very nice.
What's yours?
I'm probably not like trying to model on. I do get up
sandwich.
Yeah.
Positive. Not so positive.
Yeah, I get up. I always have a very healthy breakfast. That's my good start. nothing sugary, some nice eggs and protein, and then I am generally up and gone to work before anyone gets up on my childcare days. And the other times it's a very calm. I don't have such a good morning routine, but it's a very calm routine when I have got my little boy, and we just make time for us, do some reading and do some little bits and pieces through the morning.
Nice.
So I don't have a super structure, but
every little bit helps.
And by the way, Tracy has 5 kids. We both only have one.
We only have one.
So I needed the morning routine.
Mine is, I like to read my goals, and this is a little podcast that I did a couple of days ago. At the start of the month, I always write down my goals. I do put them on my phone. You can write them on a piece of paper, but I like to cover the 7 life areas, which is health, family and relationships, business, career, finances, social, education, and spiritual. And that just makes sure that I am balanced across the 7 main life areas and that I'm paying attention to each of those, because I can often be very focused on business and forget to catch up with people. That's my biggest downfall. But I do have great friends and I like to connect with them. So I will read my goals and every morning, and they're worded in a way that makes me feel like I've already got them, and it spurs me into action and it keeps me focused for what I need to put my energy into during the day. Another thing that I tend to do is I plan my week, or the night beforehand, I plan my next day. So I wake up and instead of being frazzled and thinking I've got heaps of things to do, which often I do, I know that to achieve those bigger goals, I need to just break down and work on those things that I planned the night before in a calm headspace to just get through my day. So that's my morning routine.
Okay.
The next one is getting to bed earlier, which we kind of just covered.
An additional tip there.
Yeah, there's lots of other things.
Well, the main thing I found is you've got to, like a kid, you've got to train them to train their body to feel like right now it's bedtime. So, with a kid, you put them in the bath and you read them a story. With me, I do at least 10 minutes of a stretch. I do yogic stretches, but you can do any kind of stretches. And a very mindful, and that's the key thing, is not just to stretch and watch the TV or look at your phone, but really mindfully feel the stretch. Do it in a very low lit area. So we'll get on to blue light glasses and lighting in a minute, but to just stretch, it sends that message, especially if you do it every day, and 5 minutes is enough. Just before you go to bed, it sends that message to your body and your brain that, right, it's bedtime, I'm going to wind down. And I found that an incredibly helpful tool as well.
That's good. And actually, we should probably just bring this into it as well. So blue light blocker glasses, do they work, and what's the best brand? And so I'm wearing glasses that have got blue light filters on them. Tracy's got some, and if I'm wearing contacts, I've got another pair as well. But Tracy has some really funky ones, but she can bring them with her today. And hence she's been up all hours of the night. We've been up quite late till 11 midnight.
Eating caramel slice.
Vegan paleo. But yeah, getting to bed earlier. I'm like super high and motivated with stuff at the moment, so I know that getting to bed by 10, I will have a way better quality sleep. Most of the time I sleep through. It's amazing. I love to take magnesium. So a good quality magnesium, there's so many different types out there. It's important that you find one that works well with your body. But I take 300 milligrams an hour before bed, generally at 9 o'clock, and it just helps relax the nervous system and give better quality night's sleep. Or if you are someone that wakes up a lot, many people comment that they find it easier to fall back asleep when they take magnesium. But yeah, blue light blockers.
Yeah, so I've got a few different ones. I've got the ones during the day for work, and then I've got some yellow lens ones, which are, I haven't got a demo.
Actually, you should see her computer. It's orange because she's got this filter on it.
Well, the thing about, people think, right, just, you need the blue light blockers for nighttime to help you sleep, but they actually help to stimulate the mitochondria if you wear them during the day. But you can't have too much of a tint on them. So mitochondria, yeah, that's a good question, are the furnaces, the engine rooms of the cell. So they help you create energy, but they've realized in the last 5 years that they're also part of the immune system, and a lot of people's immune systems quite challenged at the moment with all the nutritional environmental stressors out there, and so many people, or all my patients, but I think many people in the world, their mitochondria are busy helping out the immune system because they've just discovered that's what they're doing recently, and not making energy, which is why there's this epidemic of chronic fatigue, fibromyalgia, generalized fatigue, because people's mitochondria aren't working properly. And therefore, so wearing blue light glasses during the day as well, not just in the evening, is really helpful. I have got some red ones, which really the lenses are really dark red, but because I have low lighting in the house, I can't wear them because I'll trip over and injure myself.
Oh,
It's so
no.
dark.
And it's funny because Nick, one of our osteos at the clinic, he got into trying all sorts of different ones, and he's got the really dark orange ones. And if he puts them on too early, he said by 8 o'clock he's ready for bed. So he has to sort of flip between a few different types. But you can ask your optometrist if you wear glasses with your next pair of glasses to make you put the filter on, or you can just, if you don't wear glasses, you can buy them already made from optometrists online. You just need to try them out, see if they work for you. So that's bed earlier, blue lights. Oh, and actually,
Meditation before bed.
meditation
That's probably the
before
biggest thing I
bed.
do is meditate before bed, just to try and really calm down the nervous system, clear from the day, and really just drop into the body and into the breath, and try to just breathe the day away, really. That helps. It certainly gives me a better quality sleep.
Yeah, and actually lavender oil is quite nice on your feet with a carrier oil like almond oil. If you've got someone that can rub it into your back, like I do with my kiddies before bed, that's really helpful. And I learned a new technique. I mean, I've been doing meditation and breathing for years, but I'll pass over to Emma on the tips on breathing. But one of the tips I saw yesterday, which is great for kids on LinkedIn, is to breathe in as you go up the finger. This is up, and breathe out as you go down, and just keep going in and out until you get all the way around. And for kiddies, that's a nice kind of visual tool for them.
That's cool.
Plus it's connecting that mind and body and breathing, which is great for kids.
Yeah, fabulous.
Actually, I listen to a sleep hypnosis every now and then as well. Lots of positive affirmations while I sleep, and I just put the timer on so that it finishes at the end of the chapter, and I just got that off Audible. And actually another thing that we talked about was turning your Wi-Fi off at night time. So that's why we're wondering if Lisa is sleeping through the night, because the Wi-Fi's been turned off, because she's cleaning up mess and getting organized, or because she's just around good people. not that she's not around good people at home. But just different environment.
Makes a difference.
So turn your Wi-Fi off at night time. The next question was, someone asked, is shortness of breath a concern? So we should probably hand this over to the GP.
Yeah, definitely if it's new for you, whether you've got pre-existing or no pre-existing medical conditions, I would definitely get shortness of breath checked out. And it can be associated with a virus, so it could be very minor and very passing, because certainly the viruses in the last 5 years are quite different, and so colds aren't presenting with that classical runny nose and cough. It could just be shortness of breath. It could just be a little bit of chest pain. So they're changing quite a bit, the viruses. But yeah, definitely get shortness of breath checked out, particularly if you've had recent travel or if you've got pre-existing medical conditions.
Even just low iron can cause shortness of breath, can't it?
Yeah,
Pregnancy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Maybe you're pregnant.
Yeah, if you're kind of just like, just get you worried.
No.
Yeah, if you're kind of just walking and you're short of breath, like walking to the letterbox, or you go up a flight of stairs and you're really out of breath, then get it looked at.
Breathing dysfunction as well.
Yeah, which is Emma's thing, Emma Ferris on the breath effect. If you want to check her out, she helps you retrain your breathing. And then I guess the last question, actually all of us talk about this, metaphysical. Metaphysical is a word that some people can get really scared of. I just like to call it the mind-body connection, or the emotional and physical connection. I don't know how I can summarize this really quickly, but I am a huge believer that your physical body is a manifestation of your emotional state. So if you find that you are constantly seeking out therapies and exercises and they're really just not improving you on a mental and physical level, or you keep on jumping from therapist to therapist to therapist, or maybe you've even had surgery and you're searching for all these answers to your pain, your mental ailments, then I would really encourage you to look at your emotional well-being and look at those 7 life areas: health, relationships and family, business, career, finances, social, education and spiritual, and see if you feel like you have any issues there that may need addressing. and know that dealing with emotions